Ah, you can hear the excitement in the Korean commentators' voices because we are going to have an epic match of StarCraft. We have got FlasH versus Horang2. It is going to be an awesome match. My name is Guybrush and I will be casting in English. And I'm just going to cast this match, but if you want to see the rest of the set, I think Saley, Brood War, and Nuke the Stars are also going to be covering these matches. I'm sorry guys, time doesn't permit me to cover all the matches, but I do try to cover the best games of the week, and this is one of them. We have got FlasH versus Horang2. Now, I am going to spoil kind of what happened previously, so if you don't want to hear what happened, just jump to the start of the game. But FlasH and Horang2 played last week, and Horang2 actually beat FlasH. Yes, FlasH has only been beaten 3 times this season. I think I covered them. He was beaten by Deer when he cancelled his own turret. He was beaten by Stardust, who did an awesome 2-gate robo rush like right outside of his base, and last week he was beaten by Horang2. So FlasH only losing to Protoss this season. I think all in all this season he's had 16 wins and 3 losses, so still playing like a machine. And because Horang2 beat FlasH last week, that helped CJ to win, because usually what I found is when FlasH loses, his team usually loses. So CJ winning last week, which made it to this third tie-breaking round, and the winner of this whole matchup will go on to play Samsung Khan next week. So there's been 2 matches before this. I'm not going to spoil them. If you want to watch them, I'm not going to cast them to time, but as I said before, Saley on Nuke the Stars is probably covering them. I'm just going to be covering this one match. Horang2 winning last week, and I can't wait to see what's going to happen. The excitement in the audience here, because it is the finals time, you can see the excitement. All the players on the bench really get into it. They want to win this so bad. They want to beat Samsung Khan next week. So here we go, FlasH versus Horang2. We have got Terran versus Protoss. And I'm going to probably cover up those results if I can, just hopefully not to spoil this. So we have FlasH down in the bottom corner as the Terran. If you don't know FlasH's Terran, where have you been for the past 4 or 5 years? Of course, FlasH coming onto the scene when he was about 14, and I remember FlasH cheesing Bisu in one of the tournaments very early on in his career. And we have Horang2 as the Protoss player spawning in the top of the map. Now recently FlasH, he switched up his style a bit. He has been going for a lot of early aggression builds with like Rax rushes in the middle. We did before, one of the games I covered earlier, it was FlasH versus Best. FlasH did a bunker rush and he ended up building 6 bunkers. I went back and watched that game and counted them because I think I exaggerated. I think I said FlasH built like 18 bunkers in one of my commentaries. And we have some white people in the audience who are semi-excited, but you know, they're not waving. Come on, white people, you need to be more energetic as the Koreans hide their face in the crowd. And it's always good when the white people in the audience cover their face to like do the Korean thing. I always like seeing that. But FlasH, more aggressive builds this season and still winning by them. Usually if FlasH goes with a rush, he usually wins, which is crazy. Although the few times FlasH has rushed, he has macroed, he's lost by cutting corners, losing to aggressive strategies by the Protoss players. So it'll be interesting to see what Horang2 comes up with to win this game. It doesn't look like anything cheesy is happening. FlasH just building a forward Rax at the front there, probably to seal off with his bunker. Horang2 just building 1 gateway so far yet. So we don't know much of the builds besides it's no quick expansion, it's no cheese, it's going to be some standard play until the next buildings come up. And man, have this been a good season of the Pro League. I have to say, last season when there was lots and lots of tournaments and stuff like that, I didn't follow everything. But this year, because there's only been 1 season, I've just been following it. And it's been full of cheese, full of exciting matches, full of epic games. And I have to say, this season of the Pro League has probably been one of the best I have followed. As you see, FlasH coming out there with an early scout, going to be scouting his opponent's base there. And I hope my levels of the sound are right. If not, I'll have to turn this up manually. Sorry guys, and I am back, and FlasH getting an early scout on his opponent's base. They are not cross positions, they are close positions, so it's going to be a shorter rush distance between the 2 bases, and getting the early scout is always what you want to do. It means your opponent can't block the ramp, and you can see exactly what your opponent is doing. And sometimes you can lose a game just by not scouting because you failed to prepare for what your opponent was doing. So scouting always key in the game of StarCraft. You want to remove as much of that fog of war as you can over your opponent's base. And Horang2 has not scouted FlasH yet. Looks like he's going for more of a standard build, probably looking to expand there, as FlasH looks to expand himself, the standard 1 racks, into CC as he gets his gas going, looking to build probably a factory as he gets his bunker down at the front of his base, which you need to protect against the early goons, because there's a little timing window where the goons can kind of outnumber your factory units, and you need the bunker protect it. And FlasH just being cute there, hiding his SCV in the corner of Horang2's base, so going to be getting additional scouting information when he feels he needs to, when more tech buildings go up. So 1 goon out now, and FlasH is not producing from his barracks. He is trying to cut corners there, I guess. He's probably popped out 1 marine for that bunker, but FlasH cutting corners there, which could be bad. Good players always kind of cut corners, but you know, destroying his turret against Deer cost him the game, so sometimes cutting corners is not good, as we see 1 goon, is that the 2nd goon there, coming out to just put pressure on FlasH's front door, and he's only got 1 marine in that bunker, and we've got a barracks going down for FlasH. This is absolutely insane. This is an all-in build at the moment. If he's going for what I think he's going for, he's going to be doing a medic and marine tank rush. There's no reason why you would build a 2nd barracks in versus Protoss, because everything is good against medic and marines. Reavers kill medic and marines, Dark Templar kill medic and marines, High Templar kill medic and marines, everything kills medic and marines. So this is an all-in attack now. FlasH, and yes, he's getting his academy down, so he's committed to this. He's going to be getting some tanks out and medic and marines out. Now he's producing from his front. He's got some pressure on his front door. So FlasH coming up here with a crazy strategy in the finals, which is absolutely crazy, because usually you want to play more conservative in these final matches because they're more important. But FlasH here taking a risk, losing to Horang2 last week, and he's like, do you know what? I'm going to be ballsy. I'm just going to go for a crazy strategy. And we did see this happened once this season, and the Terran player did beat the Protoss with this strategy. I did cast that game. I cannot remember who was in it, but this strategy has worked before. Up Magic's won with this strategy as well in the past, but a lot of the times it has failed. And Horang2 needs to scout this so he can stop this. He needs to chuck a robo down so he can do this with Reavers. So FlasH going for a ridiculous all-in build, and I say it's all-in because if FlasH fails to do significant damage, Horang2's tech can easily counter all that money he's invested in all his barracks. So Observatory going down now, which may help scout at 2nd racks. 3rd gateway going down here. So Horang2 going to have some ground troops to stop this as more pressure goes down on the front door. And we've got some medics being produced here. This is absolute craziness by FlasH here. It's going to be an all-in attack by FlasH. As soon as he's got enough medic marines and tanks, he's going to go out. So a 3rd rack's going down now, probably getting his range or stim upgrade there as the gateways go down there. Probably an observer coming out first, expecting vultures, but the vultures are not going to come as he gets his siege mode up there for the tanks, and that barracks is just going to fade away and just help support those other barracks. So 4 barracks down for FlasH, and yes, he does know he is versing Protoss. This is a quite risky strategy and makes this game extremely exciting because the all-in attack is coming very, very soon as he gets his upgrades in his academy. 2 tanks at the front, observer coming out now, and will FlasH destroy this observer? And he's building a supply depot at the top of his base here, but the observer is going to come down and see what FlasH has got. He could scan it and destroy it, but if Horang2 sees the scan go down, he's going to know that FlasH has got an academy, so he cannot really stop that observer as it comes into his base there, as a few marines kind of see it there. And at this moment, Horang2 has seen the crazy build, and hopefully it's going to cut to his face. And yes, there's the close-up on his face there. Horang2 looking calm, but on the inside he's panicking as the all-in attack comes now. So his response to this is putting another barracks down there. He's got a pylon wall at the front there for vultures, but the vultures never came. As he pulls his goons out, they're going to the front of the map to try and stop this. He's going to need to delay this as much as he can so he can get a Reaver out. He wants to try and siege up the tanks as much as he can. As the tanks come in now, there's going to be a battle on the ridge there. He kind of knows Horang2's hiding up there, even though he can't see it. So he sieges up, wasting some time, but going in, he's got some SCVs to support to build some turrets or possibly bonkers. We know how much FlasH loves his bunkers, and the shuttle is out, so he can do some zealot bombs, and he can possibly get that Reaver, and this game's all going to come down to that Reaver as the Marines come in, just pushing that back, absorbing the hits for the tanks. As the Marines do, they kind of get healed by the medics as well there. So FlasH pushing that back here. He's going to get a spot outside of Horang2's base here as he tries to take the high ground, coming in to try and snipe the tanks. 1 tank there going down, but the other tanks behind in support, just turning those Dragoons into blue mush. And FlasH FlasH is pushing forward here. The Reaver has not yet come out as the goons fall behind that little choke there, and that choke probably is advantaging FlasH in this situation. It's kind of going to stop him from coming out of his base as FlasH is building a bunker at the front because he knows the Reaver is coming, and there comes the Reaver. Can the Reaver of Horang2 save the day? It's all going to come down to this because the Reavers absolutely melt Medica Marines. All those pylons going down, he's going to have to rebuild them. Reaver coming out, taking a shot at the tank. Reaver again coming down, taking another shot at the tank. Zealots going in, taking down tanks, taking down lots more Marines with that Reaver. 2 tanks at the back now. This attack, FlasH's force is kind of getting wiped out. Their bunker going down at the top. He's not repairing his bunker. The Reaver is still alive, not repairing that bunker. 1 tank at the back here. It looks like Horang2 might have this, finally repairing his bunker. No tanks, but 2 bunkers at the front remain. He can outrange these with his Reaver because there are no tanks up there yet. So finally more going into that bunker. The bunker goes down there, tank going up to defend so that the Reaver can no longer outrange anymore, but FlasH reinforcing very quickly, scanning to check there's no other more bases. 6 gateways down now because the pressure is on. That Reaver's still alive, pushing in further. Oh, massive Scarab taking the heap of things down. Again, that tank though threatening the Reaver. 2nd bunker trying to go up, 3rd bunker trying to go up in the front there. Massive Scarab again taking down. Excitement plus, the Reaver is still up, taking a tank shot. Tank down to 1 hit. Goons going in to snipe that tank, getting melted by the bunkers there. Again, the Scarab taking down the Reavers. It is on. It is so epic. That 1 Reaver versing the whole army, taking that down again. But tanks coming in the final position here, and Horang2 has no army, and FlasH still has the bunkers and 1 tank here. So you got to think FlasH is just holding on. The attack has not been repelled. And sorry, I think the Reaver went down there. That's why the shuttle went away. Sorry, I must have missed that in the action. But now the Nexus is being under attack here, and you've got to think FlasH might take this down, and his all-in build might just pay off as the KT team looks on. If he gets this Nexus down, this all-in build will pay off, and the risk is over. And looks like that is going to go down because Horang2 is forced to position behind his natural, and his natural goes down there. So FlasH taking a small advantage in this game yet, but Horang2, awesome defense before. There was some great Reaver shots. That Reaver taking out so much stuff. He got it down to 1 bunker and 1 tank, but it wasn't enough to stop the reinforcements. And FlasH, can he finish this off right now? He probably could transition into something else, but he feels he has to push this home. He doesn't want to invest in building all factories. He feels he has to push this with what he has got, and that Reaver is the only thing keeping Horang alive in that game. But those bunkers look like they're going to counter, and Horang2 feel like he's going to go harass, but that Marine there in a good position. FlasH being smart and kind of predicting that. We have got 2 tanks at the front and 4 bunkers as the shuttle comes into FlasH's base here. If he can kill a critical amount of SCVs, but he's got the Marines coming up to try and intercept. He's seen it with his observer, and his shuttle is backing off as we have 4 tanks at the front besides a line of bunkers here. So Horang2 being contained into his base. He needs the blanket. He's got the Reaver at the back coming in with the troops at the front. Scarabs going off on the tank. Zealots coming in from the back, attacking from both sides. Few of the tanks going down there, but those bunkers just proving too strong as he attacks the shuttles. All of Horang's army has gone down, and he knows that's a fail attack there. He had those units in the back there that didn't go in at the same time. I don't know if they were reinforcements or that was a massive mistake there, but Horang2, terrible attack there as he picks up another Reaver from the shuttle there, repairing his bunkers. So this time FlasH is not letting this contain go. He's just camping the front there as he goes in again. He's got 2 Reavers now. Reavers taking down the tanks. Medica Marines in the back there. 1 Reaver going down, taking out a lot of Marines with it, but only 3 goons left versus 2 tanks and 2 bunkers, and that is not enough, and that is GG. FlasH winning that game for KT. Horang2 not able to back up and beat FlasH for a 2nd time there. So FlasH is excited, finally winning 17 games, wins this season with only 3 losses. Well done to FlasH. An insane game there, going for an absolutely crazy strategy. We rarely see that, Protoss versus Terran, but it occasionally happens, and when you pull it off, it is even better. It was so close at one stage. It was down to a Reaver versus 1 tank and 1 bunker. FlasH almost losing that initial battle there, but just hanging on to win that game. If you want to see the rest of the set, you can watch it on the esports channel, or in English, Saily Brood War or Nuke the Stars will probably cover it. My name's been Rob, thank you.
그리고 이제 다른 어떤 선수 한 명이 더 나온 다음에 마지막 이용 한번 더 있습니다. 이 엄청 정나타는 어떤 식으로 타게 나갈지 이건 경기만을 이기고 플레이오프를 나가는 이거 진짜 그 어떤 역전 드라마보다 짜릿한 그런 승부가 나올 수 있다는 겁니다.
2차전의 폭발력은 분명히 이경민이 이 영호를 제압하면서 나왔다고 볼 수가 있겠는데 이제는 그 폭발력이 전혀 나타나지 않을 수밖에 없습니다. 김정우 무너졌죠. 신상근 무너졌죠. 이경민 무너졌습니다. 이러면은 진짜 페이트 롤스터 확실히 1차전보다 더 손쉬운 승리를 머릿속에 기억할 수밖에 없겠고 상대방의 유닛 폭발력 이런 것들을 계산해온 이영호 선수의 완벽한 준비 이런 것들이 이경민 선수가 아까 160km 던진다라는 말씀